And welcome back to another episode of Casey Campbell's High School Football Team Previews. And we are proud to welcome the Salem Rocks to the previews. We're joined by head coach Patrick Ignani, and he's brought along some players. Coach, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing tonight, Casey?
Doing good, Patrick. First off, how are you doing, and what's it been like getting back? And this is just your first year doing all this, and you're in the same boat as everybody else.
It has been an interesting series of events, from finally getting the go-ahead to do some non-sport specific conditioning to the school district allowing us to work as a team. Lots of hurdles, lots of curveballs, lots of different guidelines, restrictions, hoops to jump through, if you will. But we're doing the best we can to comply with all of the different regulations that come our way and still try and get ready for a season that we very much hope will happen soon.
Yeah. Okay. There's 5 players on this call. Why don't you go around and introduce everyone?
So we have 2 of our junior linemen here, Nolan Savage and Owen Lund. Senior wide receiver Caleb Pierce, and senior running backs Jalen Burge and Jamari Thomas.
Okay. So for any of the players, what has it been like for you going through all this?
Well, it's a lot different than last year, obviously, because, I don't know, with everything that we have to do, staying socially distanced and not being able to, do much football stuff that I would like to do, of course. By now, last year, I'd have pads on, be able to practice, but this year it's just completely different, and just trying to adjust to something like that. It's different, but I don't know. I have hope for this year. There's only one way to go is up, because I don't know. It's different. So it's
yeah. Go ahead. Okay, I was going to go on with the next one is, getting just used to a first-year coach with Coach Ignani. I know you guys may have had him in the PCS with how unique that campus is, but what's it like having a first-year head coach? Anyone can answer this one.
We do have a workout tomorrow, so I'd be very careful.
It's actually pretty nice. Coach Nani is a really good coach. Gets everyone hyped, everyone excited to practice. And I know I get excited to practice every day, coming out there and just competing and going against competition. And he's a really good coach,
Also kind of just taking precautions as much as you can. What have you guys done to, not just on the football field, but in everywhere else? What have you guys done besides staying away from each other and wearing a mask? What else have you done to and washing your hands? What else have you done to stay safe in these times?
I've been hanging out with less people than usual and stuff like that, staying home and not going out places, stuff like that.
Me too. Staying home as much as possible. And at one of my jobs, I work at a food restaurant. I work at Carvel. So just making sure my hands are definitely clean, mask on, hand sanitizer, making sure everything's clean, everything that we need to do, all the precautions I need to take. It's just important, and I'm trying to do all of those.
Yeah. And Coach, for you, what kind of precautions have you taken that your staff and yourself have taken once these practices and these workouts have gone, as a lot of other schools have had to shut down because of cases?
Sure. I think it's changed. It's changed every drill that we choose. In terms of what drills can be done successfully and effectively and efficiently with social distance, what drills require way too much physical contact that we need to set aside until the governor moves us into phase 5. That's been a consideration every day. Another consideration is we can't use the weight room. And so how do we get our athletes in physical shape to play football despite the fact we can't lift weight? And so we've had to be very creative in the workouts that we design, keeping our workouts outside and spreading out over a couple of different practice fields. Those have all been considerations we've had to deal with, and even just spending money on disinfectant, paper towels, spray bottles, Clorox wipes, being very cognizant that we need to disinfect footballs and medicine balls, and those are all just the new normal that we've had to incorporate. And, I told one of the players today, we are in week 6 of our summer workouts, right? We're halfway through week 6. Most of these things have just become second nature by now.
Yeah. And for you as a first year coach, that's gotta be tough for, not just in year 1, but in year 10. But what have you learned from this experience?
I think that when you have something that you love and you're passionate about, and being a teacher and a coach is part of who I am. It's the only job I've ever had, and it's the only job I ever wanted. I think when you have something you feel so passionate about and it's kind of kept at arm's length, we're all hopeful to have a season. We're all hopeful to start on time, but knowing that it might not happen and that it could be taken away, it does give you a renewed appreciation for how much I love this sport, how much I want to impart that love for the sport into all of our athletes. I want them to love it just as much as I do.
Yeah. And for any of you guys, if you want to answer this one, I know that Salem did not have the season that you guys wanted last year. If you do get a chance to play for the season, what are some of the things that you want to see out of yourselves this year?
For me, at least, a lot more like aggressiveness, because last year I feel like I was more like passive on the line, so I would want to be a lot more aggressive and more physical and more like focused on what I need to do than rather having my mind trail off. And like I want to be a lot more aggressive in that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I would say being mentally tough as a team. So like when we go down on the scoreboard, like just not putting our heads down, just like staying together, staying mentally tough throughout the game.
Yeah.
Right, never give up.
Snap it the first. Just play hard the whole game. Don't take snaps off. Just play everyone like the first.
Yeah, just play as a team all the way through.
Yeah, I say we should have growth and improve and showing like giving our full maximum effort every play and try your best. Just work hard and try your best.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on and jumping on this Zoomcast. Hopefully you guys are able to get going this fall, or there will be something. We just don't know when, but you guys will have something this year. Coach, thank you so much, and thank you to the players as well.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks for having us. Have a good night.
Thank you.